The ascendance of multi-generational living, young professionals and the parental nest in the European Union. The European Union has witnessed a pronounced surge in the proportion of employed young individuals residing with their parents, underscoring the profound impact of the ongoing housing crisis and soaring cost of living. According to data meticulously analyzed by Eurozone, the EU agency dedicated to improving living and working conditions, the average proportion of employed 25 to 34-year-olds living in their parental homes escalated from 24% to 27% between 2017 and 2022 across the bloc. Ireland has emerged as a poignant example of this trend, grappling with an acute housing crisis that has propelled a staggering 13 percentage point increase in working young people residing with their parents, rising from 27% to an alarming 40% in the same 5-year period. The analysis encompasses individuals employed full-time and part-time. Other nations have also grappled with similar challenges. Portugal has witnessed a surge from 41% to 52%, while Spain has experienced an increase from 35% to 42%. France has seen a modest uptick from 10% to 12%, while Italy and Croatia have witnessed more substantial increases, rising from 41% to 48% and 58% to 65%, respectively. Eurozone's comprehensive report delves into the multifaceted challenges confronting young people within the EU, including not only housing and the cost of living crisis but also mental health and the prevalence of precarious employment. While the report acknowledges positive trends in employment, with youth employment reaching its highest levels since 2007, concerns persist regarding the proliferation of precarious and insecure jobs. The report's authors highlight a disconcerting correlation between residing with parents and financial vulnerability, noting that young people living with their parents are more likely to have difficulties making ends meet and to be unable to afford unexpected expenses, suggesting that those from less well-off homes are less likely to be able to move out. The surge in the cost of living has further exacerbated these challenges, compounding the obstacles confronting young people seeking to establish independent households. Eurostat data reveals a disheartening 47% increase in property prices across the Eurozone between 2010 and 2022. Despite the desire for independence, Eurozone's findings indicate that only 28% of young people living with their parents actively plan to move out within a year, highlighting the formidable financial barriers they face. The report posits that this inability to live independently may have detrimental effects on well-being, fostering a sense of social exclusion. Striking disparities emerge between EU countries regarding the prevalence of employed young people living in the parental home. In several southern and eastern member states, more than half of 25 to 34-year-olds remain at home. Financial strain is particularly acute in these regions, with 42% of 15 to 29-year-olds in Bulgaria and 72% in Greece experiencing financial difficulties, compared to a mere 6.3% in Luxembourg in the Netherlands. Cultural differences play a pivotal role in shaping the disparities among member states. Esther Sandor, lead author of the Eurozone report, emphasizes the strong family ties and relatively low government support for young people in many southern and eastern European countries. In contrast, Nordic countries prioritize early independence, with parents and the state actively encouraging young adults to leave the family home around the age of 18. In Ireland, Sandor observes that it has become common for young people to live with their parents either due to necessity or as part of a family decision to help save money for a future mortgage deposit. She also notes that these reasons may also explain why, in a crisis situation, e.g. pandemic, recession, young people are more likely to move back to their parents in some countries than in others. While residing in the parental home may provide a degree of financial security, Eurozone's research suggests that employed young people, particularly those aged 25 and over, may experience increased social exclusion and lower mental well-being due to feelings of diminished autonomy and freedom. Sorcha Edwards, Secretary General of the NGO Housing Europe, laments the new economic and social realities in Europe that have forced individuals who were not traditionally in need of publicly supported housing into a precarious housing market. She emphasizes the urgent need for governments to address the housing crisis and ensure affordable housing options for all.